Once upon a time in the small town of Oakville, there lived two boys named Max and Leo. Max was the adventurous type, always getting into mischief, while Leo was more cautious and often had to bail Max out of trouble. Despite their differences, they were the best of friends and shared a bond stronger than oak. One sunny afternoon, Max and Leo decided to build a treehouse in the giant oak tree behind Max's house. Max, being the impulsive one, had a grand vision of a multi-story mansion in the tree, complete with a zip line and a soda fountain. Leo, the more practical one, suggested they start with just a simple platform and maybe a rope ladder. As they gathered supplies, Max found an old can of neon green paint in his garage. "This will be perfect for the treehouse," he exclaimed. Leo raised an eyebrow. "Are you sure about that? It looks more like something you'd use for a science experiment." Max laughed. "Come on, Leo. It'll make our treehouse stand out. Plus, it'll be like a beacon of fun." They spent the entire day building, with Max coming up with wild ideas and Leo figuring out how to actually make them work. By evening, they had a sturdy platform and a rope ladder. Max decided it was time to paint. They both ended up covered in neon green paint, looking like they had just emerged from a radioactive swamp. The next morning, they were woken up by Max's dad's laughter. He was standing at the base of the tree, looking up at their masterpiece. "Well, boys, it certainly stands out," he chuckled. Determined to make their treehouse the best in town, Max and Leo decided to add some fun features. They found an old tire in Leo's garage and turned it into a swing. Then, Max had a brilliant idea. They should have a pet mascot for their treehouse. They went to the pet store with the little money they had saved and bought a small, energetic hamster they named Turbo. One day, while they were playing in the treehouse, Turbo escaped from his cage and started running around. The boys chased him all over the treehouse, laughing and tripping over each other. Turbo was too fast for them, darting from one corner to the next. Finally, Leo managed to catch him just as he was about to leap off the edge. "Gotcha," Leo said triumphantly, holding the squirming hamster. Max doubled over with laughter. Turbo almost made his great escape. As the summer went on, the boys added more and more to their treehouse. They rigged up a pulley system to haul snacks up from the ground and even managed to get an old, broken radio working. Every evening, they would sit in their treehouse, eating snacks and listening to music, Turbo scampering around their feet. One particularly hot day, Max had another crazy idea. "Let's make a water slide from the treehouse to the pool." Leo, ever the voice of reason, said, "Max, that's insane. How are we going to do that?" But Max was already rummaging through his garage. He found an old tarp and a garden hose. With Leo's help, they managed to rig up a makeshift water slide. It was bumpy and a bit precarious, but it worked. They took turns sliding down, laughing and shouting all the way. At one point, Max went down too fast and landed with a huge splash, soaking Leo in the process. "You look like a drowned rat," Max said, laughing hysterically. Leo shook his head, dripping wet but smiling. "This was a terrible idea," he said, "but also the best one ever." As the sun set on another adventurous day, Max and Leo lay on the grass, looking up at their neon green treehouse.